Tamar. This is disrespectful.
I've been called.
Wait a minute!
You say one more word, and I got you.
I have seen many dramatic moments on Fix My Life with Iyanla, but this is one of the most intriguing.
You didn't take the time to get to know me. You have a behavior problem. Your behavior is deterring away from what your point is. Well, that's a little disrespectful and unfair because I've never gotten a chance to speak my piece.
The Braxton family appeared on Fix My Life with Iyanla to address issues affecting them and their family. While everyone had their problems, the one person Iyanla found difficult to deal with was Tamar Braxton.
What commitment did you keep?
To be here.
At what time?
To be here, period.
No, that's not the commitment.
Yeah,
The
oh yeah, it
commitment,
is.
what time was on your call sheet?
1:30.
And what time did you arrive?
I have absolutely no idea.
Iyanla couldn't understand why Tamar Braxton behaved the way she did. Tamar often came across as disrespectful and seemed more focused on responding defensively than on listening to understand, unlike the others in the family.
I didn't violate an agreement.
Yeah, you
my
did.
I'm sorry, violate an agreement, not my commitment.
Yeah, you did. Once
I
you violated the agreement, Miss Tamar, the commitment was broken.
Iyanla could no longer tolerate the abuse, and when Tamar Braxton attempted to disrespect her, Iyanla stood her ground and confronted her firmly.
We're not gonna do that. She does not have a behavior problem, and that's not fair.
First of all, your finger in my face is not gonna work for me.
But the
And I'm
name
not
calling is
speaking-
not gonna work for me.
I haven't called you a name.
You said behavior
That's what
problem.
However, that didn't deter Tamar Braxton, as she believed she was in control. No one had ever stood up to her and corrected her in the way Iyanla was attempting to do. Iyanla pointed out everything she was doing wrong and tried to hold her accountable for her actions, but Tamar wasn't receptive because she had never experienced this before. As the youngest in her family, she had often been let off the hook. In fact, she stated herself, "No one talks to me like this,"
You really gotta watch your mouth. Like, what are you talking about? Who talks to me like that?
indicating that no one had ever held her accountable for her words or actions. This approach was entirely new to her, and it infuriated her. As a result, she continued to disrespect Iyanla and respond defiantly, despite Iyanla being much older.
I did not say behavior problem. I said
Behavior. What does that mean?
you are disruptive. You are abusive, Tamar.
Really?
You are violent, Tamar. No one can say anything.
And you're just condescending and hypocritical. That is wrong.
Nobody-
You cannot just throw out names like that.
I'm real clear about what
And
I'm
very
experiencing.
clear about my experience
And-
as well.
Okay.
Everyone was stunned by her behavior, and they urged her to reconsider how she was speaking to Iyanla, emphasizing that it showed a lack of respect. However, as I mentioned earlier, she was unwilling to listen to anyone until her mother entered the conversation. This moment is the most compelling part of the clip that I want you to focus on.
What about my disrespect? All I have been is
This is
disrespectful.
disrespectful, Tamar. This is disrespectful.
I've been called.
Wait a minute!
Calm down. Whether you agree with Iyanla or not, you cannot disrespect her.
As you can see, Tamar was shocked when her mother entered the conversation and stopped her from speaking to Iyanla that way. While she had seen her mother upset before, she had never witnessed her speak to her like this. The astonishment was palpable, as even her relatives looked shocked and somewhat scared. The tone her mother used was unlike anything they had ever heard. Her mother immediately addressed Tamar's behavior, instructing her not to speak to Iyanla in that manner because Iyanla was much older. She emphasized that Tamar needed to respect her elders and express herself in a way that demonstrated respect.
Tell her what you feel, but it's a way to do it, baby.
So I'm not due respect.
No, respect your elders. Let's go with what the word. You want to go with the word? I got this, Trina.
I didn't say anything, Mommy. I'm sorry.
However, Tamar didn't listen. She attempted to respond defiantly to her mother, who then said the following.
I'm telling you right darn now. You say one more word, and I got you. We will respect her. Do I make myself clear?
I shared this clip for a simple reason, to remind parents to pay attention to all their children. Often, the first child receives the most attention, largely because it's the first time parents are experiencing that responsibility, and they don't have much else going on. The second child may receive some attention, but not as much as the first. By the time you reach the fourth or fifth child, and for those who have 7 children, the youngest rarely gets as much attention from their parents. As a result, these children often end up being raised by their friends or siblings. Tamar's behavior illustrates this phenomenon. it shows that she was often tolerated. This is why she can say, "No one talks to me like that," because, in reality, no one ever has. Imagine her displaying such behavior in front of her parents, speaking to an older person like Iyanla in that manner. Regardless of what she felt in the moment, she has no right to talk to anyone, especially an elder, in such a way. She acts as if she owns the world because no one has ever held her accountable for her actions. This situation is common among many last-born children who lack proper boundaries. Now, I'm not saying that every last-born child behaves this way, but this pattern is prevalent among those who are often let off the hook. Parents rarely pay as much attention to them, so they tend to get whatever they want. This lack of accountability makes it easy for them to develop such behavior. Therefore, I encourage parents to pay attention to all their children, understand what's going on with them, and ensure they are raised properly, as this can prevent future problems. It may not be too late to address these issues, but correcting a person like Tamar at her stage is challenging. She assumes she knows it all, and believes no one can control or advise her. Given her wealth, she likely thinks, "Who can tell me what to do?" This mindset leads to difficulties later on if last-born children are allowed to act however they please, especially among those who are often overlooked. Thank you for being with me and for supporting the channel. Please leave a comment down below in the comment section.
I see the hurt. I know you're hurt.
I'm not hurt, I'm disrespected.
You're going to calm down. She's frustrated for a lot of things. There's a lot that's going on with Tamar. And that's why we're here.
The only reason a person would fight so much to be seen is if they weren't seen.
Girl,
The reason they would fight so much to be heard is if they don't felt they were
you
heard.
really gonna quit with this name calling? I'm not here for that.
Which name calling are you here?
I now want to be seen. You really gotta watch your mouth. Like, what are you talking? Who talks to me like that? Who talks to anybody like that? I ain't talking to you like that. You want to be seen, but you. Well, now you're being abusive because you're cutting me off. Abusive
all
says.
day. You know what? I'm sharing my experience.
Stay out of my
Mom.
comments, sis.
I'm not your sister. I am 2 years younger than your mother. I got underwear older than you.
I hope you ain't got them, because that's nasty.
I do have them. And they're clean.
I can't take this. How you gonna tell me how to act if you're acting the exact same way?
No, I'm not,
You're
Tamar.
being abusive, you're cutting me off.
So why don't we take a break?
You have the right to excuse yourself from the nonsense. I had to go in the car, turn the air all the way up, and just focus and take a minute and take a beat because I felt myself going off and I didn't want that.